Okay, let's go. We are starting now. With a knockout, with a phase 3 of the Trackmania Grandleague versus OGL Open Grandleague players. This is a knockout format, so the last player who is in the finish now will be forced into spectator mode. There will be a warm-up of 15 seconds though, as I remember correctly. Thank you Canastos for providing us with the information here. We have Gwen with the fastest time here of a 1:13.39 and yeah, let's go. 15 seconds of warm-up as I have said already. And the last person here will only get 1 point throughout the whole phase. Oh, we see a lot of mistakes that have been executed by the players here. This should not happen, of course. But we have a nice little overview here on the left. My face is not in the way. Alright, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Who is gonna make this the first mistake? Oh, actually, everyone seems to survive it. But right now, it's Egea a little bit further behind. So let's see what he's doing. Egea right now in dead last and is super far behind. He is 0.5 of a second behind the leader, who's Bren at the moment. Followed up by Coco, Pack, and then we have Gwen and Vulnera. But everything can change. But Egea is also already pretty far behind. And then we have also Pack not having the best start here. But Egea has to push it. He has to push it. He's in dire need of some points. He's only on P14 or 15 or something like that. But it's not looking good for the Hungarian player. As he loses time and time here. Being 0.9 of a second. But Yannick's with a mistake as well as Revolution. So this could be very good for Yannick. But look at him go. This could be the early GG actually. For Gwen and Afi qualifying themselves for the Trackmania Grandleague. But Yannick's making the mistake. And now he really needs to push. He needs to rely on. This is the first surprise that I see here. Oh man, what is happening here? Who's gonna lose it here in the end? Oh, Yannick's actually getting a good ending, but it's not enough. And Yannick is actually out in the first round. Oh, man. Yannick's in last. Wow. Oh, my God. This is the first surprise of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen. Yannick is out. Gwen and... Yeah, it's almost safe to say that Gwen and Afi are now in the Trackmania Grandleague already. Because Yannick only gets 1 point. 1 point only for Yannick. He won't be definitely happy about that. But of course, everything can happen in the actual step. Okay, Massa did the fastest time here. Thank you, Canastos, yet again for your information. Full risk, come on. Okay, another warm-up, of course. And Yannick is out here. Yannick is out, the first player who has to leave here for the knockout. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Didn't really think that something like this would happen. And of course, there will be the identity here where we can see some mistakes. Let's follow Hedra, who's of course still in, but I didn't really see... I mean, he was very good yesterday, but in the seeding, I didn't really see too much for him. Yeah. Okay, who made the first mistake? No one... Wait, no one did it, but it's right now Hedra. Actually, the spectator curse is kicking in yet again in last place. Just behind him, just ahead of him, there is Massa and also Marcin not having the best start. Afi, Bren, and Matt having a very good start. But look at this Gwen! Gwen making the mistake! I can't believe it! I can't believe it! Gwen, the 15-year-old prodigy, is in last place. Are you actually kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. So he needs to do some work here. Hedra is just ahead of him. So Gwen needs a miracle here or just one poor identity. He has to risk it. It's do or die for him. For the player playing for Team Game Ward here. Actually decreasing the lead to the first place and therefore towards Hedra. It's only 0.7 of a second. But will it be enough for the ending? Gwen has to risk it. He has to risk it here. Oh, but making the no slide here and loses on additional time. So Hedra can take it safe. Who's gonna fail the end? It is actually no one who will fail the end. It is Gwen. Going... Wait. Wait, why did he force Gwen into... Wait. What is happening? So it was Hedra actually failing the ending. And Gwen therefore is in. Matt failed the ending as well. Alongside as Ager, I think. Yeah, Gwen is still in. What a lucky player. And this is so important for him. Because now he made more points towards Yannick's. Yeah, I mean... Softy just forced him. Maybe we have to go in free cam for the identities here. Because I didn't really see what was happening here. But now we have only 13 play. What? Okay, no, there was some player who didn't play. So, Gwen has to calm down. But what a mistake here from the Frenchman. Let's see what Tricky is doing. Oh, not the best slide here. Okay, who's last in the CP? It is Revolution, actually, alongside with Vulnera, who's in P14 right now. But still a good line for him. Revolution a little bit further behind, though. Oh, but what a battle here. What a battle. It's neck and neck. Marcin with a very good start, as we can see, as well as Ager. So all of the players really good, but Revolution is 0.6 of a second behind. Let's see who's gonna make this zigzag the best. Tricky not getting a very good line here. Or Gwen is going for that alternative line again. And there was someone who flew into the hole. It was Vulnera, and he is dead. Vulnera is out here. So let's focus here on that battle here for that first place. That's Afi, Massa, Gwen, and Coco here batting it out. Coco not with the best line, and Matt will overtake him. So Matt up to P4 now, and this is Afi, Massa. Massa with more speed. Let's see who can grant himself this first place here. Is it the German player or the Swiss player? The neighbors. Who's gonna take it? Or is it maybe Matt who gets to P2 now? What a close fight here, as well as Roland. Roland is overtaking Gran here. Who's gonna take it? Afi in first, Matt in second, Massa in third. So what a great ending there from Matt. Gran overtaking Roland in mid-air. What a close fight here. And it is Vulnera who is going out P14. But what a nice round here. What a nice round. Wow. Whee. Alright. Now we have contest diving as our fourth map. 15 seconds of warm-up. Coco and Peg not decide to play it. Ooh, Massa making a mistake. So of course this identity will be super important here. So 13 more players to go. It will get spicy here. It will get super spicy. Okay, let's follow Massa here for the first couple of turns, and then we're gonna see who's in last place and keep our eyes close onto that. Marcin goes super close to that barrier there. Roland also with a very good start. Ager right now is in last place. So let's see what will happen here. Oh, not looking good for the player, for the Hungarian player here. But actually comes back stronger, not loses on a lot of time here. No one will crash into the pole. That is good. No one will actually crash into that uphill, but Ager takes it very conservatively. But Bren is now in last, and he's 1 second behind. So not great job there for the Lunary player. As we go into that uphill section, now the drop comes, where it's very important to hold your gear over this drift here. If you hold it, you have a lot of speed. Who's gonna fail it? No mistakes here, and so it's Bren still in last place. Gran with this alternative line not failing us, so he is up to first place. Now it's Roland in last. Gets overtaken by Bren and Ager as well, so Roland needs an identity and a half, and also Legu is there here in the mix. No one making a mistake here, so who's gonna survive this identity? Who's gonna fail it, and who is gonna go out? Oh, it seems that... No, there was one mistake, and two mistakes, actually. It was Matt and also... No, not Gwen. Wait, Gwen survived, but Matt and Coco both made a mistake. So Coco will be out here, and Matt and also Gran very lucky, and Ager also with a very bad ending here. Wait, Marcin? No, Marcin gets overtaken by Coco here. Oh, no. Marcin gets overtaken by Coco. And this is really important for Coco because he is in a somewhat last position. This will be super interesting, boys. Marcin choking the ending, and unfortunately is out. Pack getting first even in this map. Ooh. Wow. Hui, hui, hui. Hui, 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 hui. Okay, Zeppelin, fastest time was by Marcin actually. Unfortunately, he went out beforehand, so he will definitely not be happy about that. Oh man, you hate to see that. Marcin played pretty good throughout this whole thing. I mean, he got himself 4 points, but still he could have gotten more. As we see, Revolution also still being in. This is of course the longest track here. So let's see who's gonna lose it here. Wow, but Yannick's is out already. This is like very crucial for him, and Gwen was super lucky there. So this is like a throwback moment that we are thinking about. If yeah, like in like 6 months or so, we see Gwen playing instead of Yannick's, because Yannick's made that mistake and Gwen just became a bit lucky there in this identity. But right now it's Gwen and Massa with a very good start. Tricky further behind, 0.5 of a second. Roland in second last. And we can see Matt also not doing pretty good. So who's gonna fail here? No one making a mistake. Matt's dropping a little bit further behind. And Tricky is coming a little bit closer to what the space station player from Brazil. Alright, looking good so far. Tricky has a real battle here between Matt. So who's gonna survive those turn combination here? Tricky almost getting the nose slide I was thinking about, but he didn't do so. But also Roland is getting attacked, but Bren now down to last. And look at this 3-man battle here. Roland not getting the best landing here and gets overtaken by both Matt and Tricky. So it's all in this identity now. Revolution of course going for that right-ish approach, and we see no mistakes that have been done here. Revolution gives us the good overview, but Revolution actually makes the mistake. Revolution with the mistake. And he will be out. Roland survives it as well as Bren. And we see a slowdown there, but it doesn't matter because Revolution did the mistake and Revolution will drop down. Wow. And this will be super good for Coco here. Coco got actually 3rd place. Really good. Pack in 1st yet again. So Pack shows what he's capable of doing. Great job, Pack. Nice to see that. But Revolution, after that identity, I was just spectating the right person. Oh, man. So fastest time on Rock and Roll is by Yannick's. Sad to see that both of the players who had the fastest times here are unfortunately out on this one. So Revolution is out there. Now we have 11 players left. Top 10 is coming closer, and you really want to be in that top 8. Those other points, I mean, it's the linear point system, but still, top 8 is very, very good. Okay, warm-up has ended. Players could have practiced the start once more, and now we're going into the live round. Alright, Lego going a little bit far outside, and this is Gwen actually almost making the mistake there. Ronus as well as Tricky are right now concluding the last 2 places. Tricky not getting it good. No major mistakes, or no mistakes have been done by the players. No one is clipping it there as well. Matt, however, had to readjust his line and drops down to last place, but gets a good jump. But Tricky had to respawn, and I think he's most likely out. So very anticlimactic round here, as we see Matt being in the rest of the back of the pack, so he can be happy about that he's in P10. Brand is just ahead of him, and then we have Lego in first, followed up by Pack, Afi, and then we have Gwen. So what a battle here. 3 OGL players against the TMGL player by the name of Pack. Pack could win his 3rd consecutive round in a row, but maybe some of the players will make a mistake here in the end. Gwen with a very good line, Pack with more speed though. And Pack is looking strong. Pack is looking to win that one. Only 1 identity is remaining for the UK player. But Pack risking it too much, and Pack had to respawn, as well as Roland. Oh my god, and Tricky will actually overtake Roland here in the end. But who's gonna make the mistake again? Tricky not getting a lot of speed, and Pack failing it as well. And Pack will be out, and Roland will survive. What a hectic ending, because Pack didn't have the nerves from first to last in this identity. Oh man, but anyway, GG for that 11th place Pack. But now it's getting interesting, because we have seen 2 players from the top 4 who are already out, as well as Marcin, and we see like players like Roland and Coco who can really capitalize from that. So Roland was actually capitalizing from this a lot, and we were starting with the first map again. The fastest time was from Gran here, and we have the top 10 now, so it's getting spicier and spicier at every second, for every second you're watching here. And yeah, players decide to warm up. Coco didn't do so, doesn't do so yet again. And now the live round will start. So second map rotation. We're gonna see this map once again in the next round, as well as 2 other maps, because we have 6 maps. Who's gonna make a mistake? Coco is taking it very conservatively, as well as Tricky. So Tricky and Bren dropping a bit behind, as well as again not with the strongest start again, and Matt goes super far wide as well. Was able to stabilize, but now it's Agea in last place. And yeah, who went actually out here on the first round? It was Yannick. Yeah, Yannick made the mistake, the horrendous mistake. I remember. Ega was in a very bad situation, or in a very bad yeah, situation as well. But now it is Tricky who is in last, being 0.7, 0.8 of a second behind Massa, who is the leader. But he is having a battle with Gwen at the moment, so this will be a spicy battle for that first place. But we also have a battle for that last place, so let's keep our eyes on Coco and Agea, who right now have to push it because Tricky is in a hot pursuit. Tricky is in a hot pursuit, and the ending is remaining for the players, all with good speed here. Agea actually gets a lot of speed over that stretch and goes for a little bit of a clip there, but everyone seems to survive it. Lego with a very good line here, but oh, what is Coco doing? Coco survives it, and this is actually Tricky. Oh no, Roland! What happened to Roland? Wait, what happened to Roly? Oh no, what happened to him? I didn't capture that. Ah, but Roland is out. GG to him. Why did I do that? I don't know, man. But very, very sad to see that you're out, man. But anyway, top 10 for you. It could be worse, but still, I mean, Matt is still in. Then we have Coco who's still in, and it seems that Roland will eventually get last from that one. You mean other TMGL player out. Okay, fastest time doing time attack. Gwen, Massa. Ah, now you have the Sky Hero. Okay, Massa and Massa has the fastest here, the fastest time. So let's go with a live round. Okay, let's spectate Massa here. No one making a mistake here, as it seems. Only Tricky is a little bit further behind, but gets a little good strong line. Oh, we can see Agea right now in 9th place, overtaking Coco here though. So what a battle here for those placements. Oh, we see some players going for a jump. Coco had to stabilize his line, didn't get the best one, and has more speed compared to Agea and Lego here. So this will be a battle and a half here for the last part of the map, or for the mid part, let's say like that. Matt drops down towards P9, so this is not looking good for him. And also Massa is also dropping down, so also not good news for the German player. But what did Coco do here? What did Coco do? We have seen a lot of mistakes, however, in this identity section here in the prior round, where Gwen was able to stay in, or stay alive. Okay, but Coco right now doesn't seem to be in, because he's 1.5 seconds behind. Players just have to save it, but it's easier said than done. So let's spectate here. Let's spectate Agea here, who made a mistake and drops further behind. So who's gonna make a mistake here? Is it someone? But Coco actually makes a mistake on his own, and is he able to finish? Oh, it is Massa actually making a mistake, and Coco rolls into the finish, but it's not enough for him, and Massa will overtake him. Oh my god, so Coco is out. GG's to him. Wow, he just clipped the hole and he felt the pressure there. Massa, fortunately, is in. What the hell? I thought for a minute that Coco had enough speed, but he didn't do so. Oh no. Wow. Wow, I mean, it's a bit BM to say job is done, but I can really see that players are happy that, for example, Coco didn't make it now or something like that, that they are playing the next season and something like that. So yeah, but it's still very, very... the margin between winning and losing is so thin here. It's so thin. Okay. Top 8 now. Or top 9? No, top 8. Legu still in. Nice to see that. Yep, Legu is gaining a lot of points. Legu is the 4th best OGL player so far. So we have Legu and Tricky. Tricky in as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 5 OGL players and 3 TMGL players by the name of Bren, Massa and Matt. But speaking of that, we see Gwen falling behind, and Gwen right now in a spot where he could lose it. He could lose it, but he goes for the alternative. But who was that? Matt! Matt went to the space station, and Matt will be out, so it will be 5 against 2 players. Oh my god. Oh my god. But really cool to see that 5 OGL players are now still in. They are showing Bren and Massa where they are, what they are capable of doing. Right now it's looking that either Afi or Bren is going to win this round. It is Bren with a 110.92, so a very good match time here. And yeah, Bren winning his 2nd round. Yeah, I think it will be very important to find an organization. I think we will see players swapped out, maybe Revolution or someone else. But I can't really see that Revolution doesn't find an organization. But yeah, top 7. It is Matt going out after clipping the hole and going to the space station. But yeah, 6 more rounds in this format. So we are a little bit more through than halftime. 2 TMGL players, Bren and Massa. Then we have Legu, Afi, Gwen, Eger, and also no, not Tricky. No, we have Tricky, right? Yeah, and Tricky, yeah. Who didn't win a map so far, as well as Eger and Massa didn't win a map either. So all of the other 4 players did win a map already. And let's see what will happen here. Tricky off to a very good start. Eger finds himself a little bit further behind yet again. So not the best start for him. It was the same picture on the other map as well. But 7th place is good for him as we approach this turn now. Oh, Eger almost touching here, but manages to stabilize his car. It didn't go, doesn't go for a very, very good line here as well. So he finds himself further and further behind. Actually got a slowdown or something like that. That looked really weird. But let's focus here on this battle. Eger is lurking the shadow and is right now 1.5 seconds behind, but everything can happen here. Legu actually saying that. Legu with a touch, and he is getting overtaken by Massa, but Legu is still in. Eger is behind him, but it's still 0.2, 0.3 of a second, 0.25, but Legu making a weak line again, and he gets overtaken by Eger here. So what is this battle here for that last place? Is it Eger, or is it Legu, or someone else who failed his identity who will go out? Massa, oh, I was thinking that he didn't do it good. Oh, Tricky almost falling down. Massa making it, as well as Eger, and Legu is just behind him. So Eger will actually stabilize and got a godlike box slide here. As we see, oh, okay, Legu is out. Legu in 7th, and then we have Eger still being alive. Gwen actually with a 123.54 in 1st. Halo effect. So Gwyn winning his 3rd round, and now we have Sebelin yet again for the last time in this format. Top 6. Top 6, 5 more rounds. So Legu and OGL players out, but still a good result for him. I think we could see a non-mistake round on this map. Yup. Wow. Yeah, everything can change in the blink of an eye. And also, And also Tricky is getting a really good step. He's 6th place. That's also really good for him. But we will look onto the standing later on. Alright, so Gwen is very, very lucky that he is still in. Yannick will definitely not be happy about that. We can see Bren now not being further. I thought for a minute that he's a little bit further behind, but the two TMGL players are leading right now. And Tricky finds himself 0.2 of a second behind. But only a mistake. Oh, but he makes a mistake on his own. Clipping it here, and he's 0.6 of a second behind. But of course, the identity is still remaining, as we see Afi being a little bit further behind. So let's go ahead and spectate them. Keep an eye here, but Tricky right now is 1 second behind. But we see actually Bren clipping it here, and Bren dropping further behind, and Tricky will come a little bit closer. Tricky is overtaking Bren in this mode, but Gwen also making a mistake. So let's see, Gwen in P6, and this is not looking good for the Game World player Gwen, but he would have been out in the second round already, but he is right now in top 6, and he can definitely be happy with that. So another OGL player will eventually fall if all of the players will survive this identity here. Let's see. Okay, it's looking good for all of the players. Bren, however, oh, is he able to make that jump? Yes, he is. Massa had to respawn. Massa had to respawn, and who else? And Ager as well. Oh, what is happening? Wait, what is happening? Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking monkeys, man. I think he missed the CP. There's a CP on top. Okay, but we have a double KO of Ager and Massa. So the Zerator Cup 2019 duo got eliminated in fashion. As well as in the Zerator Cup in the round of 8. But anyway, we have Tricky, Afi and Gwen, and one TMGL player by the name of Gwen. Oh, Gwen! Oh my god! Bren hugging the pole and is definitely out here. Oh my god! What is happening? So Bren is 8 seconds behind and will most likely not have a second. They can take it easy, and this is super good for Tricky actually. Tricky will grant himself so many points after being behind Afi and Gwen now, but Gwen can be so lucky. In every round he made a mistake. All the other players have made a mistake. So Gwen right now on his victory, winning the 4th round if he survives this identity. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, looking good. Smooth jump for him, and Gwen actually clocking in a 110.79. Afi just a little bit behind. Bren. Wait. Okay, so Gwen is really almost how to say that? Celebrating, yeah? Because he thinks that he is in TMGL, but yeah, I think so. Yeah, so top 3 is OGL, Tricky, Gwen and Afi. We will keep a look onto the standings, because there was a player by the name of Yannick who choked it here on the first map, which was the first map here. And because the gap to Lego was, to Tricky was very, very clear. It's very anticlimactic, and Tricky got out very early as well. So it's looking good for both Gwen, Afi. And Tricky is also here, but maybe he wants to make some damage as well. Because Tricky is still a candidate of making it, but Tricky with a mistake. Oh no, he needs to turtle into the CP and Tricky is dead. Tricky is just turtling around and it will be a final Afi versus Gwen. So GG's to Afi and Gwen, really putting a lot of practice into that. It seemed for me that Yannex played pretty good on the first day, but he choked it on the first map. He wasn't in the zone and therefore he went out. So really sad to see that for Yannex. But he could get picked by a different organization. So Gwen on his way to win another round here ahead of Afi, but Afi also with a very good performance. All right. Yep. Okay, Gwen actually with a good time, 1:13.70. What a great time. Tricky out, but third place is good for him. And now we have the final, Gwen versus Afi. Both of the leaders are battling it out on Sky Hero. Wow. Massa has the fastest time with the 1:21.57. Thank you, Canastos, yet again. And hello, AP Hein, 22. Let's see what will happen here. Hopefully both players are risking it and show what they're capable of doing. Afi only winning one round, but you have only to win one round in the end of winning a KO format. Good luck, everyone. So both with a good start here. Afi releases a little bit more. Gwen jumps very far to the left. So Gwen is just risking it here. The 15-year-old wonder child who goes for a little bit of an earlier drift, and therefore Afi is overtaking him. So Afi off to a good section here, but Gwen comes back stronger. 9,000 of a second is dividing the players. Now 22,000, and Gwen goes for the jump. Afi didn't go for it, and Gwen has way more speed compared towards Afi. Look at that. Look at this battle here. But it is Afi extending his lead here, 2.35 of a second. So this is really good news for Gwen, who could theoretically grant himself 16 points here for the combine match. Oh, Afi risking it and not making it. So Gwen can take it easy in the end. Gwen could win it here. Afi maybe feels the pressure here, but second place for Afi is good as well after being the leader at the first day. So yeah, Gwen taking it easy, just saving it here. Afi being behind, but Gwen winning this one. Afi in second. So GG's. GG's towards that, and then we're gonna look to the total standing now. All right, so this concludes the first or the third combination or combine of today.